We're right on time today.
Look at us. Set a
Who would have
meeting
thought?
by 12:45.
All right, 9:17. All right, we are live. We are recording, and here we go.
Nobody's doing the. We gotta do the Bob deal. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tom Bernard Podcast with
Co-host Catherine Brandt.
Andy Brant Bernard.
And Kristen Burt.
Oh, you got to do that. And that works.
I'm giving you the boom, boom, boom.
I like it. Kristen Burt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Kristen, I will tell you because you used to live here. It is what, the 15th of September?
17th.
17th of September.
Mm-hmm.
I went for a walk this morning. My God, is it nice out? Just a beautiful fall
The most
day.
wonderful time of the year.
Yeah,
fall.
we had that cold snap.
Yeah.
Now
Yep,
it's nice
the heat's
again.
gone.
Oh,
Lovely.
that's
As they
nice.
say, if you don't like the weather in Minnesota, wait 5 minutes.
Wait 5 minutes. That's very true. That's very, very true. No
That's
question
very
about
true.
it. So yeah, nice start to the day. Go out for a nice walk. Ran into a bunch of people. Honest to God. Oh, last night, Catherine and I went out and played golf and talked to a bunch of people who used to listen to the KQ morning show and then started listening to this show. And
Oh my God, that was eye-opening. So we're talking. These three guys in front of us, right? And they were kind of slow, and I thought that they were gone. So I hit a shot, and I hit it, and I don't normally hit a beautiful shot that's that long. But we come up over the hill, and they're still on the green, and I hit
Oops.
like right into them.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's not great.
So I'm like, I'm sorry, and they're like, hey, it's okay. It was a great shot. I know, but I
worry
could have
about it.
killed somebody. They're like, oh, it's all right. So they were telling stories about how when my shot came up, they were in the sand trap, blah, blah, blah. So we ran into them in the clubhouse, and one of them says, oh, I know Michael Fitzgibbons.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, Michael Fitzgibbons, our friend who is in his 60s, right? And it's like, I'm like looking at him, and I'm like, you're talking about Fitzy Kid?
oh, yeah.
Because the guy looked like kind of a middle-aged guy. I was not prepared to think of Michael.
No, Fitzy Kid's like, he's got to be in his late 40s
I
by
know,
now.
but I haven't seen
Yeah,
him in a long
probably.
time. It's just like, oh
Yeah,
my
that's true.
God.
Yeah.
It just was like, oh, we're
Yeah,
getting
I know,
old.
these
We're getting old.
People you knew as teenagers are now in their 40s. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Well, Caddyshack being out in 1980.
That's amazing.
45 years, yeah.
That's a long
is
time
amazing.
ago.
Well, it's like you had me contact Vinny.
I know.
And I haven't seen him since he was probably 7.
Yeah,
And now he's what? He's like 30?
He's got to be.
Yeah.
it's about right.
Vinny Lettieri,
Time
the
makes
hockey
fools
player.
of us all.
Yes.
Well, what's so great, Kristen, is we go and we sit down and we're brand new at this club. We just joined this month. But we sit there and have our little sandwich at the bar or whatever in the clubhouse. 10 people came over and said, hello, we missed the show, got to listen to the podcast. It was just very, very sweet, very nice. It was just a good place to be.
And this morning I'm out gardening, and some guy walks up to our door.
Yep.
Well, he mentioned the fart ninjas. He's like, where'd you get those again? I've got grandkids. I got to get the fart
I had
ninjas.
to get some fart ninjas.
And he also he wrote a book called The Tooth Pirate.
The Tooth Pirate.
Yeah, we'll have him on as a guest.
Yes, he's coming on next week.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he's
I
got
don't
some
know
really
about that.
good stories about self-publishing and just being on the internet trying to sell a book and how people act. And it's just, he's got a lot of really good stories. So we will definitely have him on about that. But,
Yep, Andy gets one and Alex gets one for
Yeah.
each family.
Yeah, and you had a really good response to your fart ninja
Oh,
story.
we sure did.
Oh, you got to hear this, Kristen. If you got 1 more minute before we jump in.
Of course. We always have time for farts.
God.
Farts. Oh, dear.
And so we surprised Ethan with it. And so Colin is in his high chair eating
And
food.
Colin's one.
Colin's
Colin
one.
is 1. He just turned 1.
Just turned
Yeah.
1.
And Ethan brings it over to Colin to see what he would think about it. And it took a video of the response. And here is some of the audio from Ethan and Colin with the fart ninja. They did this for 5 minutes.
The baby giggles.
I love it when babies laugh. I mean,
There's
that-
one coming up where Colin just laughs his ass off.
Oh yeah.
Didn't Kristen laugh about the word fart when Tom told the story about Scientology?
Yeah, there you go.
What's his, I don't know. Remember the Scientology?
Tom, do you have a fart Scientology story?
Fart
I don't know about this.
I know
one.
we've laughed for a long time about farts because it's just a funny word.
Yes.
Well, it is a very funny word, but little children,
Oh, when they
it's
laugh.
just joy for them. It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
It sure was. Just pure joy from that baby.
And I like it when like toddlers / like early preschool, they go through like a fart stage where they just want to yell fart in the most
Oh,
inappropriate
yeah.
places.
Mm,
Like middle of the grocery store, it's quiet. Fart.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, this is to me. This is this Costco ninja thing is definitely a great Christmas present.
Oh yeah.
if
you've
you're
got
tolerant to that sort of thing
Oh, who
in your
wouldn't
home,
be?
Well, it's not.
there's
It's
a
not.
lot of people who like any toy that makes any noise at all.
Well,
they
this
just
isn't really
can't.
loud.
No, it's
No.
not loud.
It's not like you can hear.
Would you play it again?
if
Just
they
show you how loud it is.
if they're playing with it in the next room, you're not going to hear it.
No.
I mean, so
Yeah, it's not terribly loud.
I mean, yeah, it's
Here, put it right by your mic.
well.
Oh, one thing we
Oh, jeez, gross.
Catherine, was that the toy or you?
Don't
One
Blame
thing
it on
we
the
realized-
dog, you guys. The dog is right next to you.
Yeah, I can blame the
Judy.
dogs.
We realized yesterday the reason they're ninjas. See, I thought it was just like they just like had a ninja mold and they were like, how can we make this into a thing?
Mhm.
And it was
Oh.
kind of like lazy and made no sense. But so if you look at the face on it, there's like a little hole.
Yeah.
See,
Okay. Yeah, there is a little hole.
that
right
is a
there.
motion sensor. So
Yeah,
what you
they're
do,
motion
Oh.
yeah, what you do is you put them like on a shelf or something, and then when someone walks by,
Oh,
that what makes
that's
that's
why
what makes
it's a
them ninjas.
ninja.
They're sneaky about it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sneaky.
exactly. They ambush you.
Oh, I get it. I'm telling you, for the under 10 set, this is a
Mhm.
great toy.
Perfect. Stocking stuffer.
Yeah, for real.
Stocking stuffers, exactly. What are those two posts up there? What does that say? The first and the second one it's by the same person.
Well, there was a naughty word game we played when we were middle schoolers. It began with the letter P and ended in NIS. NIS.
P and this.
Yeah, my
Okay.
when I was a kid, it was if you wanted to join the Pen 15 club,
Oh yeah, pen 15.
and they'd write
yeah.
Pen 15 on your arm.
Right.
Oh,
And what does that look like?
God.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
kids will always be the way that they are.
Yeah, that's true.
They will, but it's such joy. You know this by now, Kristen, that the 3 generations of our family, that means the world to me. Matter of fact, Catherine and I just had a talk. It's just that somebody cares that much about you is very, very sweet, don't you think?
Yes, it's so sweet.
I just love that. It's no question. So what's going on in your world, sister?
What's going on in Hollywood? Lots of things. I mean, we extending the conversation we were having yesterday, just talking a little bit about, I promise I'd just talk about so people are aware of what's happening in Hollywood in terms of mergers and acquisitions and all that fun stuff. We know that Paramount merged with CBS. Well, I mean, Paramount and CBS merged with Skydance, I should say.
Yeah.
But it looks like Paramount, the new company, it's Paramount Skydance. They are looking to merge with Warner Brothers,
Oh God.
which would be this huge astronomical, huge conglomerate of entertainment, because you have to remember that under the Warner Brothers umbrella, you have things like Harry Potter, you have Sex in the City, you have HBO, you have The Sopranos, like all of that. And
Is there just going to be one company in like 10 years?
it's likely going to happen that way. And
Seriously.
the Ellison family is looking to be the one that is going to dominate Hollywood. David Ellison is the one who owns Skydance that merged with CBS and Paramount. He's the one looking to take over Warner Brothers, because we already know, and we talked a little bit about this, that Warner Brothers is splitting in April of 2026. They're going to take the Discovery end of it, like all of the documentaries and the reality shows, and put it on one side, and then take all of the film and TV arm and split it. And then the highest bidders welcome to it. But Paramount's looking to swallow up the whole thing, take what they want, and then sell off the rest. And if that happens, I'm going to tell you it will be not great for Hollywood because we've already seen 2,000 jobs lost with the Paramount Skydance merger. And that would have a lot of redundancy again if we saw Paramount then swallow up Warner Brothers.
So what happens when you have a monopoly on all the entertainment? I mean,
That's a good question.
Not a lot of content choices.
Yeah.
Right.
Drives up prices higher for the consumer. We know this. That always happens.
right.
And I would say the downgrading of entertainment, because it just becomes, it's one of those
Right.
situations where they're just going to pass along like whatever they think. I mean, they're going to make all the money off of the IPs that people love because they'll have Friends and they'll have, Harry Potter, all of those things. But what they'll start doing is watering down those franchises and go, we're going to do a Friends reboot, or we're going to do, Harry Potter part 36.
Yeah, if it gets to the point where it's just expensive, bland content all coming from one place, what people are going to do is they're going to stop watching TV, and they already are stopping watching TV.
So they're basically going to kill everything, just like corporations were they killed radio.
Yeah, it's going to be like basically like a TV suicide pact.
Terrible.
100%. And you know what makes this even more crazy? And if anyone's paying attention with what's happening with TikTok. So Donald Trump made a deal, obviously, and TikTok is going to spin off the app to its own US version. We will not, here in the US, we are not going to have the global version of TikTok. We're going to have a US version only. And Larry Ellison of Oracle fame, his son is David Ellison, part of Paramount, is the one who it's a group of investors, but he's one of the main investors that is going to own the US app. Now, if anyone has watched the pipeline between entertainment and TikTok, you're now going to see the Ellison family owning a huge, powerful part of this. And if people aren't paying attention, now you're having the merging of technology along with entertainment, which we've already seen, but this becomes a very powerful entity.
Well, Margaret just asked, how are they allowed to do it? Are monopolies okay now in the U.S. government? And I think that they were.
I think they've kind of been okay for a while at this point.
Yeah,
they're not officially okay, but they're,
I think there were a bunch of laws that were rescinded or something when Obama was president.
Did they rescind them?
I thought.
Trump is very friendly to mergers and acquisitions. It's a friendly administration toward that happening. Obviously, when it came to the Paramount and Skydance merger, there were some conditions that had to be met with the FCC in order to approve it. But they believe that this one might be a little bit easier because the news division situation that the Trump administration was having a problem with will not be an issue with Warner Brothers because they don't have a news division within that.
Well, if they revive the law that says you can't just make up stuff and lie about people anymore for entertainment purposes, will that pertain?
That would be great. That went away during the Reagan administration, and that paved the way for partisan news stations like Fox, CNN, MSNBC.
Yeah.
What's the other one? OANN. That one. All of that.
OAN, Yeah, every president since Reagan has basically done the same thing, just made that even stronger and stronger. Because I know there was the whole Smith-Mundt Act thing. That was during Obama.
That was during Obama.
And I know Bush and Clinton were both very they can do whatever they want. Don't ever, complain about it.
Yeah.
It's been a problem for quite some time. People think that freedom of press means that the press should be free to break the law. And I don't agree with that.
No, they have to tell the truth.
Kristen, I worked for ABC Disney for years. They owned KQRS, right? And back then, ABC Disney was like a dream to work for. Whatever you needed, you got it. Whatever you wanted, you got it. They took care. If you had ratings, they would really, really take care of you.
They actually wrote that song, "Everything You Want, You Got It," about you. Being
there you go. Typical. I knew that was something like that, but no, it was so nice. We went to Disney every year, and we did this, we did that. I mean, everybody who was on ABC or whatever would appear on the show. The crossover was just wonderful. It was a really great time.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting watching the dismantling of media at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, AI tech is the real disruptor of all of this, and I think that is we're even seeing it. Penske Media Corporation, and I do work for some of the properties that Penske Media owns. They're suing Google because the search engines now prioritize AI over the actual articles. But what they're doing is they're farming all the content from the articles that we write into AI, and then people aren't clicking on the articles because there's no reason to. And it's caused like over 30% of downturn in traffic, which is a downturn in ad revenue and of course funding and everything else. And that's why we're seeing big layoffs in media. So I would say that tech is the big disruptor in all of these. The Ellison family moving into the entertainment space, tech moving into when you looking into the media and publishing space. It's really interesting to see how this all plays out in the end. And I don't know, you know, we're seeking truth. We're seeking nonpartisan news. I don't know how that eventually plays out in the end.
Yeah.
Well, the Ellison family, we're talking about another, oligarch family. Why would you want to take over like all entertainment? Obviously, to do something, message? I don't know. I mean, they've got all the money in the world. What the hell? Why did they have to control everything?
I don't know. And we're starting to see that it's just like a small select group of people controlling everything that we do.
Well, I follow Rodney Dangerfield on X. It's an official account, so I think somebody's got to approve it or whatever. The lawyers keep track of it or whatever. And he talked about his contract with Dean Martin. At the first time, he had a 28 show contract. The first time he came in, it was a 4-minute bit. Dean Martin was there, and that was the last time he saw him.
Really?
A lot of times he was doing his bit to an empty chair, and they were putting in Dean Martin later.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Way back then, and I don't even know when that would be. When Dean Martin had his show.
Quite a while.
Oh God, that had to be 50 years.
Yeah, they were editing in Dean Martin way back.
It was 65 to 74. So.
Canned laughter and
wow.
Wow, that's really sad.
And I just thought about that when I read that article. I was thinking, I mean, really, these corporations, they don't want to pay or deal with human beings at all.
No, they don't.
No. They want to be able to run everything from some mainframe, or not even a mainframe, some tech people, and that's going to be it. I mean, seriously, this is happening way too fast.
So fast. It's so funny because Tom, I'm trying to remember what year. I think it was 2023 was the year of the strikes when we were talking about, Writers Guild and actors all worrying about AI. And we're like, yeah, it's coming. And it was a matter of months.
Yeah.
And that strike, which went on for 6 months, we were already behind. You know what I mean? We're arguing for something that was already happening.
Right.
And the unions are so far behind that. Like whatever concessions we made in that bargain, I sit there and go, it was already too late. Didn't matter.
I know. I just feel like the world's turning into Clockwork Orange. We're just
your voice is no longer your voice. I hope you know that.
Your image is no longer your image.
It's no longer your image.
Everything we're putting out every day is being mimicked.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I mean, it's just nobody going to have a job anymore, and we're just all going to have a universal basic income, and that's going to be it.
I mean, that's kind of like the Star Trek ending, right?
Yeah.
No one has jobs, but everyone gets what they need for free. It's like it's kind of like the good ending, I would say.
Yeah, and there will be 10,000 oligarchs, and the rest of us will just be sitting there watching the content.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the end stage of humanity, I guess. I would say.
I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah. So we'll see how this all plays out. What happens with Warner Brothers, but just kind of something to keep our eye on and everything. So
there will be underground cells of creativity.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean,
by the oligarchs.
People screwing boards of wood together just because
art is the biggest form of rebellion. Music, artists. Yeah, we've seen that over and over again. So maybe like all the artists rise up against the oligarchs through painting, interpretive dance.
I have a question for everybody. I mean, this is what Russia did, 75 years ago? And it didn't exactly work out too well for the people in Russia when everybody at the top has everything and you get nothing. Is that really what you want to do?
I think that's what a lot of people want for us. And if they control the narrative, then what are you going to do?
It's a little scary.
Yeah.
Just a little.
It is a little scary. Benson's saying we're headed toward the Wall-E future. I think we are.
Yeah, kind of seems like it. That's too bad.
Well, hey, at least they seemed happy in Wall-E, right? Going around on their little floating chair thingies.
That's exactly it.
If it's gonna be like Pixar, maybe it'll be good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We can have the Pixar version of it.
Why can't everything be like Pixar? Why can't our cars have eyes and talk to us?
Yeah, there you go.
It reminds me of one of those little like conspiracy theory-esque things that people like to do about children's media. Is so in cars, everything and everyone is a car, but they have door handles. Why would they have door handles, which are only used for humans to get into cars?
Yep.
If there were never humans.
Yep. Good point.
So there used to be humans in the Cars universe, but now they're all gone. Makes you think.
I don't know.
I suppose. I mean, I understand AI has changed the world completely. As I've said to you before, Kristen, I hear my voice once in a while, about once or twice every week. It's my voice.
What was going to get you to call SAG-AFTRA?
He won't do it. He'll never do it.
Gonna happen.
He won't even call a credit card when there's a problem. I have to get on the phone with him.
Good to know.
Okay, now
Let's just advertise that.
let's get to full disclosure here. All of a sudden, I get a phone call from the people at Visa.
Well, it was a credit card you hardly ever use.
I haven't used it in 3 years.
And you're like, oh, all of a sudden I've got these charges on here. I'm like, well, you better call the credit card company.
Yeah, I haven't used that credit card in 3 years. So I was like, okay, Catherine,
cancel that card.
Help me. Well, yeah, help me out with this, blah, 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 blah. It was about $400 in charges for, what did they charge?
What is it? Do you have a service and annual fee?
One of them was for Hulu, which we already have a different account for that.
We have a different account.
Oh,
so I don't know how long we've been paying double for Hulu.
All the other charges on my card, which were for what?
I don't know.
Well, she told us the name of the company, and I looked it up. It was SK Entertainment or something.
South Korea Entertainment.
It's like a porno site.
Porno. It's all pornography.
Mr. Skin and all of those. Like, I don't know. Yeah, and it was like a bunch of them in a week, and then no more.
Did you say Tom?
Tom?
Oh,
did someone steal your credit card? Did you get skimmed somewhere?
I used it, and somebody took the information.
Well, I don't know if you've actually used the card.
I haven't used the card because
it was a Hulu.
Just like a bunch of
annual charge.
Stuff.
And so it was just all of a sudden this, and then it was like $40, $30, $40, all in like a period of 10 days.
Yeah.
And then no more. And then it didn't do it again. So I don't know if they cycle through those so that they don't get caught. I don't know how credit card fraud works.
Maybe that credit card's on the dark web somewhere.
Maybe.
It very well could. Yeah. I mean, did you get it decommissioned?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to decommission them at that point. There's no saving them.
No.
And no doubt about it. But the funny thing about that is that, see, this is my wife right here. Why would I ever look at pornography?
A lot of guys look at porn. Well, it doesn't matter what.
It's not my cup of tea, but
it seems to be a national pastime now.
I had no idea they were doing it though, because I haven't used the card. So until they called me and said I owed them like $400 or something,
$350 or something. $350. Like that. Yeah.
I'm like, for what? I haven't used that card in 3 years. All pornography. Whatever. Good for you.
I don't know. It's I don't know. There's been studies that are saying younger men, like under 28. A lot of them aren't even having relationships anymore.
Yeah,
they don't even bother with
They're on
relationships.
TikTok all day.
Yeah. Or Mr. Skin.
Or Mr. Skin, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing.
It's a whole different deal. But yeah, it's interesting when you use somebody else's money for your pornography. That's a little odd, don't you think? Or maybe it all falls right into place.
You know, I've been getting, we were all getting that thing about your speeding tickets that you had to pay your tickets.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And your car registration, all that stuff.
Yep.
Everybody was getting a bunch of those for, I don't know, about 2 months.
Yeah.
And that went away. And I just got another one saying that I owed some money for something.
And like fake tolls.
Fake tolls.
I get the fake toll one all the time. And
you?
it's always crazy because there is a toll road going down to San Diego, and I go down there for work, you know, about once a month or so. And I'll go and double check my account because I have like a fast track, you know, just skims the, my license plate. And I'm like, nope, this is just like fake. So I was able to just finally go, okay, these are just junk.
Yeah, a couple of friends of mine, they just freeze their credit. That's frozen all the time, and they unfreeze it when they need something. That sounds like a giant pain in the butt, though, is it?
It sure does.
My credit's been frozen for probably about a decade now.
So how does that work?
I haven't opened a new credit card or anything else, so I haven't needed it for anything. But and I try and pay cash for like bigger purchases. So, you know, I have my credit cards that I've had for a long time. But, you know, if we were in the market for a house or anything, you just call up and they unfreeze your credit. And then, you know, you would obviously do all of everything that you needed to do. And when the second that you are done with your mortgage or applying for a new credit card or applying for a car loan, you freeze it up again.
Okay, so you can use your credit card even though your credit's frozen? You can.
Yes. So I don't get and I have like it will let me know if there's any hard inquiries on my credit account.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Yeah, we should.
We should freeze our credit.
Yeah. And knock wood, I mean, I've had no identity theft or anything because of that, because I was tired of, this was the thing, I felt like Home Depot or Target, they'd be like, your card was, you know, found on the web, or we had a hack and your social security number, you know, all of that. So I was just tired of that happening. So I just put a freeze in my credit.
Now, do you have to do it on every single credit card, or do you just do it like
I just put a freeze, TransUnion, Experian.
Okay.
Like those three. I think there's three, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just put a freeze on all of that. That's all you need to do. You can do it online or you can do it over the phone, and it takes just a couple seconds.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea because there's just so much fraud now. It's just, who wants to deal with it?
It's better to protect yourself. And honestly, I'd rather, you know, if we sell this and decide to go buy a different house or whatever, honestly, it'll just be an additional step in prepping to sell one place and buy another. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, I have a question, and I'm very serious about this because I have no idea. Is there such a thing anymore as like Playboy magazine, or is it all?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
It does exist. Yes, it does exist.
Like as a physical magazine?
I think they only publish online. I don't know if they're doing physical media anymore. It's very rare to do physical media these days. And a lot of them going out of print, and they're just going, we're just having an online presence and that's it. I mean, the days of, I don't know if this was you, Catherine, but when I would go to the airport, I would buy like 5 magazines.
Yeah.
And that was my fun. And I kind of miss that.
I know. I miss it too.
Like the big, thick In Style magazine when it was like September rolled around and all the fall clothes were out.
Yeah,
Plus
Vogue.
It had celebrity things. Yeah, Vogue, all of those. That was really fun.
Yeah. Well, there's a publication called Artful Living. It's mostly real estate stuff with some fluffy pieces in there. And it's just, they spend a lot publishing that. And I think it's every quarter or something. But and everybody gets it in the mail. Everybody gets it. It has to cost them a fortune to send that out. But I guess it's just another marketing piece for real estate agents. So that must be okay.
You know, it's hilarious. I was just thinking the first time I ever saw a Playboy magazine was when my oldest brother came back from Vietnam, And I walked into his bedroom. I was like, what the hell is that? Because I was.
He dared to bring those in with toots.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really.
he had it all locked
wow.
up. And he forgot apparently to put a couple of them away because.
He had them locked up. That's
he had
funny.
them locked up in a closet. He had a lock on the closet. Yes, exactly right.
I remember we had this old farmhouse that was converted in Golden Valley. And there was one of those, it was like a clawfoot tub, but somebody had built a cabinet around it you could put things on it.
Yep.
And there was this little space in the back where there was a heater register. And I remember my brothers were all out of the house and yada, yada. And I was cleaning the bathroom. That was one of my chores. And I looked back there and I thought, oh, that probably hasn't been dusted in a million years. So I go back there and there's all these old Playboys in there.
There you go.
I'd be like, not touching them.
I was just so traumatized. I was like, my brother's looking naked ladies. I couldn't believe it. And I never told my mom.
Oh God,
no.
I just shoved them back in there. They might still be in that house. I have no.
They probably are. They're vintage now.
Yeah, when we bought an old house, Melissa and I, and we found one from like the 70s inside the ceiling.
Oh my God, it's in the ceiling.
Yep.
See, there you go.
I was tearing down the ceiling because we were remodeling the basement, and one falls right out. We're like, huh.
Some boy stuck it up in the ceiling. Funny.
So this may seem like a very odd question, but I never even thought about this before. Did women have porn magazines of men?
I think they existed.
There was a Playgirl for a little time, sort of.
Okay.
Remember Burt Reynolds posed for it? He had that famous.
Yeah, the motorcycle helmet or something in front of his schwanzi. Yeah.
But he was very furry.
Or something, yeah.
Well, remember Johnny Carson's great line?
No.
He said, actually, Bert, this is Johnny Carson again on The Tonight Show. Bert, actually, I don't know if you know this or not, but they approached me to do that first, but then they couldn't find a catcher's mitt. This huge mitt. Okay, not your hand, but a huge mitt.
Yeah.
God, that was when television was very entertaining. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That show, Tonight Show, was a very, very good show, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, with Johnny, that's a classic. It's an absolute classic.
That was great.
And it's fun to see old clips, too, because people just went on there to just hang out and have a conversation. It wasn't promoting a film or a TV show. They were smoking and drinking. I mean, it was a party. That party went back to the green room afterwards. And then they probably all went out for a steak dinner at the Smokehouse, which is just down the street from the old Johnny Carson studios.
Yeah. TV really went down when they stopped letting you smoke on it.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of the end, I think.
Probably true.
Yeah.
Probably true. All right, young lady, you have to go off to your next appointment.
Next appointment? Yeah, it's actually eyebrow appointment. I got to get my eyebrows done.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's wrong with them now?
They just need some like shaping and all that good stuff.
Little zhuzh.
Shaping, little zhuzh up. Yeah, exactly.
Some zhuzhing.
More zhuzhing.
We will talk to you tomorrow, however.
Yes, I will see you all tomorrow.
Thanks very much.
Have a good one.
Kristen Burt Entertainment News, ladies and gentlemen. Kristen Burt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We shall take a break. Be right back with a surprise guest. A surprise special guest up next. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Let us take a second to talk about my bank, North American Banking Company, and Bilski. As a business owner, you're always looking for opportunities to grow, and that's where North American Banking Company can help. Their business banking team offers tailored solutions, whether you're expanding your team, operating a new location, or upgrading equipment, because they're locally owned. Loan decisions are made right here in the Twin Cities, which means faster approval, more flexibility to meet your needs. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, why not bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Oh, he's covering up his face. We don't know who our next guest is. It's a surprise guest. His face is covered.
Who could it
Don't
possibly
know.
be?
Who could it be?
Who can it be now?
Oh, God.
Who can it be now?
What's happening, pal? It's been a while.
It has been. Tommy. Catherine, Andy.
Jude.
And Jude, he's here too.
He's like, what about me?
Forget the
Oh,
dog.
yes. I said Catherine.
No,
I said
the
dog.
Oh my
Judy
gosh.
over there.
Jude.
Just like what? I was
Jude. Hey, Jude.
Oh, he's getting down now because of that. I don't want to be
he
on
interrupted
camera.
his
He's like,
sleep.
all right, I'll
Oh,
leave.
I don't want to be on camera.
At some
to go
point,
down.
my Bassett James might pop in. We'll see. So yeah, you got to bring Tommy up, because have you talked to Philip lately?
No, I talked to him a few months ago, but I haven't lately.
He's trying to get back here. He's
Yeah, he
trying
wants
to
to go
move
back
back
to
to
Minnesota. I
Minnesota.
know that.
But it's just not. I don't know what's going on, man. I hope we can get him back here soon.
Oh, he's such a wonderful guy. Philip Wise, one of my favorite people in the world.
Yeah.
The one thing about Philip that I felt such gratitude for is every time the press would go after me, or they'd say I was this or that or the other thing. I mean, one time they said something about me, and Philip came to my door and he had tears in his eyes because of what they said. He's just a wonderful man.
And that was back in the more genteel days.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Back when things were civil.
Oh,
Civility is gone.
Mhm.
Chivalry is dead.
Yes.
Philip Wise is one of the best people I've ever met. He's just a
Oh
very
my God,
sincere,
such a great guy.
sweetheart.
Yeah, he called me and just said, I'm trying to get things packed up and going. And yeah, no, Las Vegas is not exactly what he thought it was going to be.
No,
Oh.
that's true. I should give him a call this afternoon. Good idea.
Yeah, I should text him
There
too.
we
My
go.
son, Quinn, he just said, you know what? We just got to fly out and get him. We just got to go get him.
Yeah, there you go.
It's taken way too long, man, because it has been probably a couple months for me too since I talked with him. So
I have to go in for an exam, and Michael Eberts is calling me. I'll have to call him back.
Oh.
There you go.
So
what's
happening?
What did you see Downton Abbey?
No, I didn't. And you asked me about a screening, and by the time, when I answered you, it's in theaters. So you know what? I know Mike Bryan is a big fan of that too, and maybe it's a time thing or whatever. I just never got into it. I thought I'm going to have to go back and start at the beginning, kind of like a Breaking Bad thing, completely different shows. But I have to go back to the beginning, and I just haven't. I have seen one of the films. But so did you see it then?
No, not yet. I guess we're going to go Monday, maybe, with Alex and her friend Michael.
Oh, I guess I was shut out of the deal.
You've never watched
Downton Abbey for you, Tom.
Yeah, you can go see it, but you won't know any of the people. But I don't know if you have to. I mean, most of those movies, I feel like, that are based on a show or long-running show, you kind of have to see the show, right?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, because
I
otherwise
saw the last one, and it was really good. I mean, and not really knowing a lot about the show and the characters and all that stuff. I mean, the films are beautiful to look at.
Yeah,
that's the one thing. And then they did something with it had old-fashioned filmmaking involved in the plot last time, which I thought was really cool too.
Yeah, well, the show itself was just beautifully filmed, and the music was beautiful, and everything was just so well done. It was just it felt like an epic, kind of thing. It was just beautiful.
Back when shows were civil.
And Maggie Smith was unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Grandmama, or whatever they called her. Her wit and the way she delivered stuff was just fantastic.
Now, Grandmama, I think, Catherine, you're getting it mixed up with Wednesday. because Grandmama is part of Wednesday season 2, which is great. I don't know if you started watching that or not.
Yeah, we have. We've seen what 4 or 5 episodes of Wednesday.
Yeah,
it is a little scary and dark.
Oh, it's dark.
Or are you caught up, or where are you at?
Yeah, we're in the 2nd season. Yeah.
Here you go, Margaret. I miss the Philly dog. Thank you, Margaret.
Oh yeah, she did say. She also says she misses Maggie Smith.
And Mrs. Maggie Smith too.
She misses a lot of people. Apparently.
A lot of people. Thank you, Margaret.
They just called her Granny. Okay, okay.
Oh, is it Granny?
Granny.
Yeah, and then of course of Harry Potter fame as well. And my God, I remember when she passed away, I did a thing on her history. I mean, which is extensive. I mean, it's extensive.
Well, she wasn't young, right?
No, but she. No. I mean, there are no actresses that can hold a candle to those, women that were just so fantastic.
Yeah,
she was also 89,
and they could just play characters. They weren't the same thing every single time. It was. I just don't think they make them like that anymore. Can you think of anybody that is a
lot of
Maggie
actors
Smith?
are just like they're the one thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you mentioned 89, Andy, and that unfortunately is the age that we lost Robert Redford at yesterday.
That's what I said. She also, because they were both 89.
Yeah, and you know what's really sort of sad, because I wrote an article yesterday about where you could stream all of Robert Redford's classic films, and surprisingly, none of them are on your Netflix or your HBO.
Really?
I mean, you have to rent these films digitally, and I'm talking Butch and Sundance, The Sting, The Way We Were, The Candidate. I mean, they go on and on. Jeremiah Johnson, unless you want to see him in Captain America, you can see him in Disney Plus, because he was in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and the last Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Did he buy the rights to all of? I mean, how is that possible?
Well, that's interesting. I should look that up, Catherine. I think that, I mean, you think that with Netflix, they got this unlimited bandwidth.
Yeah.
They effectively rent these titles to these streamers for a certain amount of time. So, it's a licensing deal. So I don't know if if Redford owns any sort of rights, and whether, his estate now would benefit from making more money on premium video on demand or video on demand, as opposed to selling the rights to HBO Max or whatever. I mean, you wouldn't think films because he really hit his stride in the late 1960s.
Right.
So I doubt that he would have anything to do with the rights of Butch and Sundance or Downhill Racer or anything like that.
Well, Butch Cassidy in particular was distributed by 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
And what's their streaming service?
It would be Hulu. It would now be 20th Century Films.
And it's not on there. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what that's all about.
It's crazy. I mean, All the President's Men is on the Criterion Channel, which is a specialty streaming service. But apart from that, the only place you can find films like The Way We Were or Butch and Sundance you got to rent them, $4. And believe me, it's worth it. You can buy them digitally too if you wanted to. But it just surprised me. And I was beginning to think, is streaming, are they just forgetting about the classics now? I mean,
it might have been like
about Redford. I mean, that's scary.
If you can buy them on these places, maybe they did say you're our primary distributor. No one else can distribute this because they were old videos. They probably weren't super valuable.
In the early days of streaming, we would buy things all the time, and then we would switch services or whatever, and then all that stuff was gone.
Yeah, you don't own them anymore.
So it was like,
it sucks.
I'm like, don't buy movies on streaming services.
No, I've never bought them. I always rented, because it's like, I'm also not the kind of person who goes back and rewatches movies over and over again. I'll watch a movie and then I'll watch it again 10 years later. It's just not worth buying it to me.
I've stopped buying them. I mean, I own Like if you got the Tim Burton stuff, I have all of those. The Sam Raimi stuff, I have all of those. You know, the Star Wars stuff. But apart from that, really, I mean, I don't buy a lot anymore. And you know, it's to the point now where you have stores like the one owned by Minneapolis, the Minneapolis chain, Target, I'll mention it.
Yes.
They don't carry discs anymore. They might have just like a Wicked or something, but they don't have it's kind of like watching records die in retail stores and going away. And then now, of course, they've made a comeback. The sections are a lot smaller, but they're there. And the Blu Ray and DVD and 4Ks are all gone.
Yeah, no one's doing it anymore.
I know. When the apocalypse happens and the internet goes down, you're going to have that.
Well, there you go.
It is true. The internet goes down. You do not have any entertainment anymore. And it's well, I mean, I guess you got like video games.
What was that show?
We'd be fine.
What was that show about people having bunkers and they would have, you know, tons and tons of water and tons of
Fallout?
Yeah, Fallout. Yeah, all that stuff that they had to have in the vault. It's like, oh my God.
It's true. Well, I mean,
which is coming back, by the way, in December.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
I like
for
that
season
show.
2.
Well, think about how much water you drink in a day. It's probably like what, 96 ounces minimum?
Yeah.
Now multiply that by 365 for 1 year.
And then how many
multiply
people are in your family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it does, water takes up a lot of room just by itself.
Mm-hmm.
And bathing.
That's why that's why the whole like bunker craze. Remember, well, I don't really remember it, but I was like at the tail end of like the Cuban Missile Crisis, Cold War. Everyone was like building bunkers and stocking them. And it was always like, they had like 3 days worth of supplies because that's all they could fit in them. It's just not the way to go.
Basically, you have enough to sit around and think that you're going to die in 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's still radioactive out, but at least we're well fed.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go out with a bang. So speaking of Redford, Tom, with like that old radio station, or did you ever have an opportunity to talk with Redford, interview him or anything?
I talked to Redford once and Paul Newman once.
Oh, man.
On the phone, of course, not in person, but that was Redford never won an acting Oscar.
I know.
I know. Weird.
It's really ridiculous now. I mean, they hand these things out to anybody now, but yeah, I would have to go back and look to see who he was nominated against for The Sting, which is the only time he was nominated. And it's like, there must have been a hell of a lineup. I mean, it must have been a Nicholson in there or something.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, and a Newman actually Newman wasn't nominated for that picture. You know, and talk about hard luck kids. Newman was nominated for 7 awards, and finally, by the time he won for Color of Money, he wasn't even at the ceremony. I thought he was tired of being dejected and getting that shot of him. They had to have told him ahead of time because there was a satellite.
Oh,
talking about dated now. They had a satellite feed set up of him accepting the award. But yeah, Redford, it's crazy. He did, of course, win for directing Ordinary People.
Right. Yep.
And he was nominated for directing and producing Quiz Show, which was 93, 94, something like that. Yeah. So it's amazing how guys like this weren't honored more. He did also receive a lifetime achievement thing too.
Oh, he did.
It is pretty crazy to think that they just kind of, you know what I think it is sometimes? It's the Academy. It took forever for them to reward Spielberg. I think they're just jealous.
Yeah, maybe.
People are thinking, you know, with Spielberg, he's so immensely talented, you know, screw him. We're gonna nominate The Color Purple for 13 Oscars, but we're gonna completely snub them. We're not gonna give them any. I mean, it was just, how does this happen? And then they couldn't deny him for Schindler's List. But with Redford, I think people were pissed off because he was so much better looking than the rest of them.
Oh, well, that might have something to do with it.
Tom in the chat wants to know if you have seen Roof Man.
No, I haven't. I just got a notice about an upcoming streaming here soon. So, I mean, a screening. Here we go, talking about streaming.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I will be seeing that within the next couple of weeks. But that's our favorite, Tom. Channing Tatum is in Wolfman.
Yep.
So, but just talking about Redford really quickly, I did have the opportunity. There was a press conference in Minneapolis. I think he was bringing the Sundance Channel here or something. And my mentor, Bill Carlson, and I went to it. And then because Bill knew the guy, I was able to shake his hand afterward. Oh. And it's like, talk about, when you can just feel it around certain people, that charisma, that
yeah.
This dude was oozing charisma. And it's like, I might have said, hello, how you doing? Whatever. I asked him a question at the press conference, whatever. So I'm glad I had that little opportunity, but never had the opportunity for Newman, which, it sucks when you get to this point in life where all these film greats are leaving us.
Yeah.
And you sit and regret and say, God dang it. Or the other day, and I think you mentioned this before, Tom, you never got the chance to talk with Whitney Houston.
Nope, never did.
And it was kind of like, geez, I wish I would. And I never did either. And it's like, oh my God. And she was gone far, far too young.
Yeah.
So, when you go through a whole career like we have, it gets to a point where it's like, oh man, Redford's gone and we'll never have another opportunity to talk with him again. Because they always have something important to say, like you were talking about. I heard you talking about the talk shows with Kristen, where these guys would just pop up on these shows and nothing to promote. Catherine, I think you mentioned that, and they would just BS. I've seen so much footage of Brando sitting with Dick Cavett and talk about interesting stuff. It's really, really cool the way talk shows used to be.
The way they used to be.
Oh, Margaret says that I'm thinking she must be talking about Redford, was up against Lemon, Brando, Nicholson, and Pacino that year.
And who won? Who won? I bet you it was Lemon that year.
I don't know who won. Margaret, do you know who won?
Yeah, what year are we
Margaret,
talking about?
please tell us who won. I would be curious. I'm sure it wasn't Nicholson. Well, wait a second.
A long time ago.
Best Actor 1974. Let's see. That would
have been.
Yes, it was Jack Lemmon for Save the Tiger.
Okay.
Oh, Lemmon won. Yep.
And you can't argue against that. It's hard to argue against any of them. Brando.
Yeah.
That was around the Godfather time, but he had already won for the Godfather, and then it's like. He sent Sakine Littlefeather up to get his award, and he was done with the Academy. Actually, they did nominate him one more time after that, I think.
Yep.
One of our listeners, Howard, says he got to meet Paul Newman at the Brainerd International.
Oh, yeah. Sure. He used to go up there all the time. Yeah.
And he said he was so quiet, asking the driver whose car I was working on, which one with the fast lines around the track. Really humble and nice. So that's good to know. Yeah, I guess he was up there all the time.
He was, yeah.
Is that still a thing? Brainerd International Raceway?
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I think it is, yeah.
Okay.
Well, didn't he and Joanne Woodward own a house up there? I think they did.
Did they?
Yes, it is still a thing.
Oh, okay.
It is, yeah. I thought so.
Yeah, I used to hear about it all the time just because he went up there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how crazy. And, doing that Minnesota thing, it's kind of like, what if you see him? What do you do?
Yeah, right.
Nod your head and smile. You know who lives up there? I'm sorry.
Cool. You just got to be cool.
You got to be cool. You know who lives up there now? And I talked with him a couple months ago. Is Josh Duhamel.
Oh yeah, right.
He lives off the grid in northern Minnesota. Wow. And I said, do people recognize you? And he says, yeah, but they're Minnesotan, to me. They don't, they're nice and they're not intrusive and, so yeah, Dumel's a great guy. And I know you've talked with him before. So
I think he's a friend of Nick Swardson's, isn't he? One of those guys.
Yeah, that's right. They did the buddy games thing.
There you go. Yeah. Cause I went to a Twins game with
Minnesota. Great. Minot, North Dakota boy who, some of his family lives in Minnesota around Detroit Lakes or something like that. And, but he's a big Viking fan. Actually, I mentioned, he goes, what do you think about JJ McCarthy, and I says, God, I don't know, man. I
Terrible.
think he should have got Rodgers because I was afraid about him getting hurt, and he gets hurt.
JJ McCarthy.
Fart noise.
Sorry, I had to. 6 interceptions he threw.
6.
Boo.
At Sunday's game?
Yeah.
Yes. 6 interceptions.
You get to a point now where I'm not that diehard of a fan. I'll just shut the damn thing off. I just shut it off. I went over to the Emmys, which, was painful too, but not as painful as the Vikings.
I heard the Emmys viewership was up a ton this year. It? Yeah, like a ton.
And coincidentally, and I don't know why this is, maybe they're taking streaming numbers into account though. Because they've only started streaming. Well, last year was the first year for the Oscars streaming.
Oh, yeah.
But CBS had the Emmys this year. The last time they were that high was on CBS. But I don't think they streamed on Paramount Plus back 4 years ago.
The increase wasn't that big. It was
8%. Fudging with the numbers. They're probably adding in streaming.
8% is pretty good because they've been falling and falling and falling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just the same thing all the time. The political crap was to a minimum, relatively. Smart move. But, it's just the same people winning all the time. Look, Hacks is a great show, but where's the thrill in seeing Gene Smart win her 5th in a row or whatever, Yeah, right. I mean, it's at least with the Oscars, they make it a little more difficult between that first and second one. But with the Emmys, you could walk home with a handful of these things. Seth Rogen had a handful of these things from the other night.
Yeah. Tim, can you stay on for a few more minutes?
Sure.
Excellent. About 10, 15 more. Does that work for you?
Absolutely. Sounds great.
We'll take a quick break. Be right back more with Timmy Lammers right after this.
Many car dealers try to create an extreme sense of urgency. Does anybody really buy it?
We gotta sell 100 cars by Saturday to get the boss off the roof. You'll never see these rebates again. And oh yeah, your trade will never be worth more.
Really? I asked Jim Paul from Valley Buick GMC in Apple Valley and Valley GMC in Hastings his thoughts.
I don't even know what to say. I hope folks are smarter than that.
Has there really ever been a time when it was urgent?
Probably not. But this tariff environment might be a first. Valley has several hundred pre-tariff units on the ground. Who knows what's going to happen with the tariffs, but these are really safe buys. Going forward, Valley's committed to make whatever the situation is as painless as possible, like we've always done.
Where can we find you then?
Get them pre-tariff. Hurry, hurry, hurry. When they're gone, they're gone. And man,
at a Valley store in Apple Valley or Hastings or valleycardealers.com. Certainly not on a roof.
It's time for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities are a place where your loved one will live with pride and dignity. If you care deeply about someone in your life, Wellshire is a place I highly recommend. Wellshire is a memory care focused facility that has a full nursing team, always staffed within the building, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They've never used or relied on any staffing agencies. Wellshire of Medina is now accepting elderly waivers after 12 months of private pay. I know them personally, and that is true, for I have for 2 generations, as a matter of fact. I know them personally, and they are a family-owned local company conveniently located right in Medina and Bloomington. They are the best staffed memory care facility in the state. Wellshire has a robust community with activities 7 days a week. If your loved one is in need of a memory care facility, just get in touch, please, with my friends at Wellshire. Set up a tour or learn more at wellshiremn.com. That's WEALSHIREMN.com. Isn't that funny? Just those drum beats and you know what song it is. That's hilarious.
Well, here's a listener texted in about his famous person interaction.
Oh, good. I like it.
Not an actor, but I peed next to Justin Jefferson yesterday. I waited till we were washing our hands to interact.
There you go. Good idea.
That's a good idea. Yes, that's
just so they weren't standing at the urinals and
that's weird.
The hand.
I've never done that or had that done to me, but I can't imagine much more awkward than talking at the urinal.
Shaking hands at the urinal, not a good idea.
No, thank you.
None for me, thanks.
Yeah. So what are you streaming lately? What have you been watching?
We started a show about.
What is that?
Why can't we ever remember the name?
Starts with an S or something, doesn't it?
This Troubles one?
Yeah, the Troubles one.
It's got a horrible name.
I think that's We started watching The Girlfriend.
Let's see. Say Nothing.
Say Nothing.
It really is the worst name in the world.
It's a really good show. It's about Ireland when the Troubles were happening, and they're talking about to present day people. I mean, they're not real, but what they were doing when they were in the IRA and why they were doing the things that they were doing and how incredibly dangerous it was. It's really a well done show.
For a while there, one of my favorite genres of story was of like in the early 2000s, Americans would go to Ireland and go to a bar and order an Irish car bomb, not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently it never went well because,
I have a question. How does Jude know when it's 11:30?
Judy.
He, honest to God, when it's 11:30, he gets up, walks over, and stares at me like, well, let's go.
Jude has the best clock of any dog
really
I've ever had in my life.
There is so much that we will never understand about our dogs.
That's true.
Oh, he's coming over to lick my leg now. That's the next thing. There he is.
And then we just started the Girlfriend with Robin White. Right.
Robin
yeah,
White.
that's Prime Video, I think.
I think so.
I think that's on there. Yeah.
So far, everybody's pretty hateable, but they're setting it up nicely.
Pretty hateable.
They're setting it up pretty, I think, nicely. The first episode, I always just go, yeah, whatever. I mean, because usually they're just super sexual or super this and super horrible to each other. Yeah, because this one is going to be a who's the bad person, and since it's heavy female storyline, I'm guessing it's going to be a guy in the end.
Nice and predictable.
Yeah, nice and predictable because women sort of are running the show these days. So anyway, and what else are we watching other than
Say Nothing and there is something
The
else.
Girlfriend?
Did you see the Unknown Number, the high school catfish? It's a documentary on Netflix.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been talking about that for a while.
That was
God.
That still makes me just. It makes me
is
grieve
wrong
for
with that
society.
person?
Saying the stuff about her own daughter.
I know. When I was watching it, I kind of got a feeling of it was an adult at the beginning because, they had the newscast and they dropped the little hint and the person's been caught and the person will surprise you. So I'm thinking right away, well, it can't be another kid. It's got to be one of the adults. But I never imagined it would be who it is. And I'm kind of dancing around it because I don't know if everybody's seen it yet.
We've spoiled it on this show.
Spoilers. Okay.
Well, it's also been like, what, a month, I think?
Yeah.
But it, and it was number one on Netflix for a good couple of weeks. So a lot of people are seeing it, but God, again, the poor girl that they interviewed, the daughter, you get to see how damaged she is by it.
Oh yeah.
Yet at the same time, she wants to keep this relationship with her mother because it's her mom.
It's her mom,
but still,
it's so bizarre.
I just can't understand what kind of mental disorder does the mom have to be able to separate herself from the person that made all of these texts because she clearly had a thing for the boyfriend.
Right.
It was some sort of weird, perverse, obsession with the boyfriend that she could put her daughter aside and then be like, oh, well, I didn't even mean it. I mean, I love my daughter so much.
That's textbook BPD.
What is that?
Borderline personality disorder.
Is that what it is?
That's very textbook borderline personality.
Absolutely. It looked like she could just flip a switch.
Yep, that's how it is.
Nothing's
ever
scary.
my fault.
It's scary.
One of the investigators, I believe, kind of compared it to Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah.
So I could see that. But again, I mean, it was shocking. And what's interesting about this documentary is, how this woman that eventually she was convicted, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
she actually did go to
how you could sign the release for, I guess maybe it's not up to her, but to have that body cam footage of the police
body cam
walking
footage
to
is
her
public.
and seeing that face, her face, kind of like, what?
Yeah.
And that slow realization, like, I'm so effed here.
Mm-hmm.
And it really is a compelling documentary, and it's really short too, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I've been recommending it to everybody because it is, again, just because it goes to a place that you never ever could have imagined.
No,
How
and
a
even
parent
if
could do
you
that
know,
to their own kid.
yeah, and even if you haven't watched it, and even if you know who did it, it's still, I think,
it's still worth seeing.
Yeah, it's still worth seeing. But it will make you not happy with human beings. I just can't even believe anybody could act like this, much less somebody you're related to.
Yeah. One thing that I think of, and obviously this woman was doing this outside of school, but to me, again, it's an argument to get cell phones out of the hands of kids in school.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They got to just retrofit every school like a giant Faraday cage. And so you can't do anything. Because remember back in the day when we were in school, if it was an emergency, which is typically the excuse here for all of this, how can I reach my daughter or my son if it's an emergency, if they don't have their cell phone? You call the damn office. The office sends somebody down, or they do something on the intercom.
Yes.
Yeah, kids didn't have ubiquitous cell phones 20 years ago, and they did just fine back then.
Yeah, they don't need their cell phones in class.
No,
they don't.
They
need
really
it.
do not.
No,
well,
they don't.
Alex, I think was in junior high. She said this one kid who was from a very, very wealthy family.
Mm-hmm.
He was watching porn.
There you go.
In the class all the time.
There you go.
And doesn't that piss you off as a teacher? You're sitting there and you're seeing the.
Yeah,
I know.
They're not paying attention to you.
No.
And
I remember in high school there was this kid. What he would do is he would print out fan fiction. So for those who don't know, fan fiction is like, let's say, I don't know what shows we're talking. Downton Abbey. What if I were to write my own episode of Downton Abbey?
Right.
That's fan fiction. That would be Downton Abbey fan fiction. Wow, Tim, is Angel visiting you?
Oh.
Oh yeah, your face lit up. Like,
I know that, and it does that once in a while.
Hilarious. All of a sudden, you look like a saint.
Yeah.
Yeah, the glory of the Lord is
around me. No, it's these lights.
So this kid would print out fan fiction that he found on the internet and read it in class.
Oh.
And he would just be like laughing his ass off at it the entire time. And it's like, sitting in the back, not paying attention, reading something else, whatever. A lot of kids don't care. But just like to be like openly emoting about it, basically daring the teacher to say something about it. That it stuck out to me.
Well, we've got kids that will sock teachers right in the face nowadays. I mean, we have lost all civility. We really have.
And then, teachers' hands are tied now too, where they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was my oldest daughter or my youngest daughter had a class where we went with her to orientation, and teacher was, okay, here's a basket. This is where everybody puts their cell phone in now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure somebody complained, and it's like, reverse the policy or whatever.
Oh, it's so...
there's just nothing you can say, nothing you can do. It's just a Wild West in high school now.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I mean, social media is so poisonous.
Yeah.
It is so goddamn poisonous.
Ethan's not going to get on social media until he's 40.
Yeah.
As long as I'm alive,
well, okay,
Ethan will not be allowed on social
today
media.
This guy comes over to our house. He lives in our neighborhood, and he had written this cute children's story about the tooth pirate. We're going to have him on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a take on the tooth fairy, blah, blah, blah. You get doubloons and all little things with the book.
Oh, doubloons.
Yes. So,
doubloons.
And he talked about that he went online to, promote the book or whatever. And he was just getting all these weird, crazy people talking. It's like, it's a children's book. What?
Yeah, no, it's true.
How can you create, I'm going to be a jerk out of a children's book? I don't get it.
You don't need any context at all to just say what you want. And again, there's just so many malcontents out there.
So many.
And one, yeah, and not everybody, nobody's on the same page. They're all on 50,000 different pages. So somebody is bound to bitch about something. I haven't had too much hate, and I'm not inviting it. But if one thing I've learned is that never engage.
Right.
Because if somebody criticizes you and you try to say, well, this is 100% true, you're wrong, they're just going to find something else and come at you. So I learned that early on. The first thing I started was then Twitter, now X, which was 2009, I think.
Yeah.
And it was fairly civil then. But it didn't take long, and I tried to respond to a couple people, and they just went off of me. And again, total anonymity, so you don't know who the hell they are, and so they say whatever the hell they want.
No.
Yeah, it's so damn poisonous.
So people can see Jude.
Jude, hey, Jude.
And then he moves. As soon as you put him on the screen, he's over here complaining the show's going too long.
Well, we still got 5 more minutes.
Oh, Nana's got to go.
We got 5 minutes. Okay, so when Catherine, when you go to Downton Abbey, the grand finale, Tom, you must go see Spinal Tap 2. The end continues.
Really?
Spinal Tap 2?
Yes.
Really good, huh?
Wow. I had no idea.
You know what? First of all, nothing. Oh, Winter's here. Winter, come here, honey. Oh, wait.
Oh, no, we got all kinds of puppies. We got animals everywhere.
I'll get James up here for you. Winter's shy.
All right, honey, I'll see you later on. Later on.
There we go. There's the big boy.
Oh, there's a big puppy. All the puppies are going, look, there's only 4 minutes. There's only 4 minutes left in the show. Let's go.
Hound.
Why don't we take our final break, come back, and wrap things up right after?
Yes.
That'd be
good. I'm talking with my friends Michael Bilski and Brad Huckle of North American Banking Company. Guys, business owners have had to deal with a lot over the last few years, haven't they?
They sure have, Tommy. We pride ourselves on being able to help our customers with the challenges they face.
Our business bankers are experts and are always ready to help our customers capitalize on opportunities and solve problems.
Loan decisions come quickly because they're made here in the Twin Cities and not shipped out of state like at some of the national banks in town.
This allows our customers to expand their businesses with confidence, knowing that they have our team of experts in their corner.
Okay, so now you give me this big thing at the end. Way to go.
Well, you are the professional.
Oh, I forgot.
Look, I know Brad and Mike, and I trust them with my banking. They've personally delivered on everything they've just said, so why not bank with my banker? North American Banking Company, a better banking experience, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This year, the magic is calling you like never before at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. 16 stages filled with sword fighting, fire breathing, music, magic, juggling, and more. Delicious food and drink fit for a king, like the hearty turkey leg. Craft your own magic at the Wicked Wand Workshop and race for glory at the Ninja Warrior Challenge. Don't miss the live armored jousting, and the marketplace is a shopper's dream. There's something for everyone in the Renaissance Festival's magical village. The Minnesota Renaissance Festival weekends through September 28th. Don't miss the adventure. Get your tickets at the renaissancefest.com. That would be renaissancefest.com. Well, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 more minutes, so I want to run it by. I was going to do it when I thought Catherine was going to stay till the end, but she had an appointment.
Yeah, who knew?
Why don't we close with this? Andy, Tim, and Tom, if there was one person in the business you always wanted to meet, but you never got a chance to meet them, Andy, why don't you go first because you're the youngest? Is there anybody you've wanted to meet but you haven't met him yet?
I'm assuming the business we're talking about would be Hollywood.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
For Hollywood actors, I don't know. Probably. I mean, there's a bunch that I think would be like on par with each other, like at the top of the heap. But like, I got to meet like we talked to Billy West and Rob Paulson on the show. We've talked to a bunch of like those voice actors that I grew up with. Yeah, because I was always like a cartoon guy in video games. Right. So the voice actors were always like the more important people to me because I grew up with these people's voices. But it's what's that sound? Oh, I think Jude's scratching on the door. Like,
oh no, you know what? It's James. He's scratching on the bed.
Dogs.
It was the dog scratching. You had that much right, Andy.
Yeah, we've got dogs scratching in our studio too every day. But I don't know, maybe Jim Carrey? I hear he's a weird guy.
Yeah, see, that's the danger.
Pleasant. That's the thing. It's like, I don't know, do I want to meet him?
Very good point.
That's the thing.
A very good point. Timmy, who you got?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about actors in the past, I mean, certainly Brando would be up there.
Yeah, that'd be way up there.
Currently, you know what? And it's kind of now, it's kind of like, getting the opportunity to talk with them and do interviews. I still have yet to talk with Eddie Murphy and Billy Crystal.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I would love to talk with either one of those actors, comedians. I mean, the greats, they're so great. But yeah, Nicholson, but he's never done it. He occasionally did print and people would catch him on the red carpet, but Nicholson never did, or at some point stopped doing interviews. That would be another one.
Well, there is a certain point where you just don't need to anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, why would he need to do an interview?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the problem we have with this very business, we're talking about doing podcasts or radio, and it really has hurt radio a lot, is that they don't do interviews anymore because they have their own podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And they invite their buddies and they control everything.
Yeah, there are very, very few people that appear on podcasts. And they will once in a while and all the rest of it, but I mean, it used to be we were lined up for months with big stars that would come to town because there was no podcasting back then. It was a totally different deal.
And those have disappeared too. Apart from your stand-up comedians who come in and do shows, there's no media tours anymore.
Nope.
I mean, there were tons of them when I started in the business.
Oh, God, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So what about you, Tom? Who's the one that you would like to meet that you haven't?
No question to be Jackie Gleason.
Oh, yeah.
I love Jackie
He's
Gleason.
He's been gone for quite some time, has he not?
Yeah, so I'm a little kid. I'm talking about being a little kid here.
Jackie Gleason, 87. So, yeah, a year after I was born, he died. Not even.
There you go, almost
87, 88, 89, man.
No, I mean, the year
for Eastwood. Eastwood's 95. Let's keep Clint around.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I did meet him. And I showed you guys before a picture. That was, again, another one of those deals where it's like the charisma of these.
Yeah.
And he's a big guy. He was 6'4" at the time. He might have shrunk a little bit. That was 30 years ago. But so am I. So, the gut has weighed me down. So
you got to get yourself a teeter hanging up, undo gravity.
There you go.
So I'd like to plug really quickly. If you want to read any interviews and stuff that I'm doing, Forbes, just Google Forbes.com, Tim Lammers, talked with Rob Reiner for Spinal Tap 2, Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan for the first time, great guy, and Ben Kingsley for the Thursday Murder Club, which I recommend on Netflix. So, go check out those interviews on the site.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Matter of fact, once they get a couple of weeks old, you should send them over, put them up on our site too.
Hey, there you go, baby.
Got to burn through
I got audio and video for these, but I write everything. So generally these interviews are not seen. I might be able to post a clip here or there or a screen.
That's what I think it'd be great. And you got to come on more often. I do miss these conversations.
Well, thank you so much. And I know James, he was happy to see you again. Winter again is shy. Hold on, let me see. I'm in the walk-in closet.
There she is.
There you go.
Hello, doggy.
Where are you, honey?
We got
you saw the white fur there. But yeah, I get into this walk-in closet thinking I'm going to get away from the dogs and their noise. So what do they do? They barge through the door.
Jude is currently scratching on the door asking to get back in. So that's dogs for you.
There you go.
All right, Tim, you come back soon, Pally.
Yeah, good to talk with you guys. Great to see you all, and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah,
we'll get you a sponsor so you can make some dough by coming on.
Hey, there you go, baby.
All right, we'll talk
soon. Cheers.
Tim Lammers, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best in the business, no question about it. That is going to do it for today's show. Any closing words, Andrew?
I put the new Jack's Cafe tweet up, so
excellent.
It's ready to go. Comment on it if you are interested in that $100 gift card.
Fantastic.
What else? I don't think there's a whole lot else going.
Got some great guests coming in for the rest of the week too. A lot of really good guests. Matter of fact, got a lot of really good guests up here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're booked out for a while, actually.
Yeah, we are. Absolutely. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
picture in my mind reminds me of the stores before. Every time I hear the singing reminds me how you talk in my door.